they did the burnout. What's going on, people? Oh, yeah, I love that barbecue dough. Appreciate it. Sorry, I had a few things that came up at the last second. Plus, I had to do the list of people to thank. That's going to take a while, but we went to in case some people didn't realize, like sure, Pennywise Racing. Give them people a shout out. We went to North Carolina this weekend to Dig or Die, and Thursday nights Clifton does a little pre-party, and we even had a little pre-party meal. That's what I'm talking about. We had some tacos, and it didn't disappoint, man. I had 24 cars on a little. If I sound bad, I'm congested. I was reading the chat earlier, and everybody said that they're sick and stuff, and I'm right there along with them. And I think it's just allergies or sinuses or something. Got a head cold, but Spool Media killed it with the shots out there. And this place was dark, like really dark. If somebody seen the live feed, how dark it was out there, it was pretty dark. But they killed it with the shots there. Jimmy going live for me out there. Appreciate it. Had some GTRs out there. That's some killer cars out there, man. I mean, some really killer cars. And it was a sidewalk. They were going down a sidewalk. It wasn't no little bitty. It wasn't the roads that we're used to. They were out in the BFE boonies, and it was a little farm to market road. And Jeff leaving wheels up. And but man, they killed it out there. The New York boys out there. The kid was out there. Jolene. But I mean, there was 24 hitters out there, man. It was the old man was out there lining up Billy. And Fig Newton was out there, of course. But yeah, Spool Media killing it with the shots here. And they got down to the finals, and it was got down to the finals, and they gave them like 15 minutes, but the cops were already on the way, so they had to end up splitting the pot with Sam Hood and Chris Becker, and they actually flipped the coin for the trophy. And speaking of winner, what's going on?
What's up, brother?
Oh, you tired?
Oh, it's been a long, hot day, man.
It's been a whole long, hot week.
Yes, you're right.
Oh.
We're up here.
So, I guess you won the coin flip, right?
Yep. Yeah, I got it right here on the wall. I think
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, Sam was pretty upset about that. He wanted that thing pretty bad. And we was going to race for it. I mean, we've raced a lot though.
Yeah.
Usually come out really close to each other. We got completely different setups, but we run close to each other in the street most of the time.
Yeah, he was backdooring a bunch of people out there.
Yeah, that's where we shine, is out the back. Mine out really good, and I was surprised actually because it wasn't like that last time. He always got me out the back. And
Yeah,
that's what I worked on to get that better on mine. So I think we'd have been a good race. I think he's 3-2 on me right now.
Got that one up on you.
Yeah, he does. Son of a gun. But he's my boy, so I'm okay with it.
What'd you think about that dinner?
Oh, it was good. Which I drank my dinner out pretty sure, but the food I smelled was great. It's pretty good.
Yeah. That surface. Have you raced out that spot before?
Yeah, we've been out there before. The last Dig or Die they had about this time last year, we came out and had actually a loaner motor in the car that I was using to go out to Vegas. But a buddy of mine's like, man, just send it and see what happens. Because after we done got back from filming and also we were going to see what the thing would do. And it was impressive what that motor would do, but it was an aluminum motor. So it made the weight bias in my car so much better. It was 140 pounds lighter on the nose with just his engine in it.
Yeah.
So we had to add a lot more weight just to make this one do close to what that one was doing before.
Yeah. I know only place I've ever been, we ran on roads that skinny before is out west, and they love that stuff.
Yeah.
But that road out there was narrow. I know it was a big difference between that street and the top end of the track the next day, but it looked like y'all were really moving out there.
Yeah, it's like a driveway. You really can't slip any at all. Not especially you run full extension like what a lot of us do. You can't see nothing under you. So you got to just judge the trees and how the car feels more than anything. With me, it's just the feel of it because I can never see out that dang car with that hood I had. But I had to make a hood that would actually cover everything up because I went so many years where everything was just coming out of it, you know.
Yeah.
But we made a huge, massive hood. But we had to go with the intercooler that went in between the intake. But I think the hood looks awesome. It just sucks when I cannot see anything. So we pulled it off for this weekend because of that.
Does it help cool it better too?
Yeah, I'd imagine it would. Being on M1, it ain't that bad. I ain't seen over 170 degrees on that motor yet. That's driving all the way back to the pits and everything. But the M1's pretty wild. And like now, especially now we got all the cylinders. With that working right, it helped a whole bunch, I think, because it was getting pretty heated before. We were seeing 190, 200 on it, and I was like, what the hell? It's a damn full M1 car with a radiator. I should never see these temperatures, but get out the temperature gun, check the cylinders, and it'd be relying on 5 of the cylinders most of the time, sometimes 4. It'll be dropping them like crazy, but I had a lifter issue that we addressed and fixed. So all that's good now.
Did you ever feel a little bit out of shape out there?
When we first got there, yes. We came out actually Wednesday, and we just knew of the road. We knew that was most likely where they're probably going to have the race at. So I went out there to hit it. I only made one hit on this car with this setup out here in front of my shop just to make it A to B, see what it's going to do with nothing in it. And it done good. So I was like, we'll be fine. We're good. So we loosened the shocks up, come out there to that street, and I hit it with the same exact tune-up, and it wheelied me into the left lane. I couldn't see anything. Like it shot straight up in the air and went ham on me. So let everything out. Actually, we tightened the front end up. We had 3 clicks from being full tight on the front end out there just to keep from pulling the front end off the ground, even in high gear, because we had tightened it halfway. When I was going to high gear, it felt like it was floating the front end off the ground, and that was very uncomfortable. I didn't want that, not on that road. And that road is way too sketchy for that stuff. So once we got pretty much full tight and leveled the power out to just be a smooth hit, we just wanted data. That we wasn't out there to try to win it and do our thing. Like it was just let's shake this car down and see what it's going to do. Now we got all of our cylinders and check everything. You know, like we had just got it running a week and a half before this race, and got everything ready to even go to the dyno. We was on dyno the Saturday before that, so really it was only one run, you know, on the dyno before we came there. So it was just trying to make it happy, you know, make sure everything was good, and we ain't gonna blow the crap up because it was a new setup and all that stuff. So, but in the race, man, it felt good. Like it was smooth. Like I really, every time I was like, I could put so much in it. I want to just leave out the hole and fly. But we need to save the car for Digger Die. We need to make sure that it's going to be good for that. So let's just stay A to B, and we'll hammer it a little bit top. If I feel like I'm about to get whooped, I'll grab the scramble button. I only grabbed it on the first pass and didn't need it after that because I put like 2 pounds of boost in at a time. That was it. And just adjusting suspension from there. But we were more worried about car going straight than fast.
Yeah, especially out there.
Yes, out there, that was key. Like I just didn't want to die, man. I didn't want to wreck my car. I love my car. You know, I'll sell it in a heartbeat, but I don't want it to kill me. You know what I mean? So it's just I just want to make sure I'm going straight. So we
Yeah.
got that lined out. We were actually offsetting air pressure and stuff per lane on which lane we got. We would go 0.1 or 0.3 difference in the air just so that we knew it was going to straight. And it worked out perfect because I never felt it get out of shape on the street. Now, dig or die, that's a different animal. That's just uphills, a whole different story. And a lot less power can be used out there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We were solid 10 to 15 mile an hour difference at dig or die than out there. But we could have went even faster on the street if we wanted to. But it wasn't worth it to me. It just ain't what we were there for, you know.
Yeah. Did how much I know you made it past first round, you went to the next round. Did the track actually change any difference? I know it started getting better as the sun went down.
It seemed to be able to take more, but I think it was more of the temperature change than people actually making passes, because on the line it was, if you can get away from that crap they're pouring down, I mean, there's just so much random crap. Like, I almost fell when I walked through there just because it's so slippery right there at the prep. Like, it felt like you were trying to walk across a river rock that had algae growing on it for the past 50 years. Like, it was bad. Like, I almost fell, and I didn't even realize it because I was trying to figure out what was going on with this other stuff. And I just slipped and almost fell in prep. Now, after I got to the grass, I had to come back and peel grass off my foot like rubber or something. Like, it was pretty bad because it grabbed all that up. But they just pour so much down, there's no way to get a good setup, on it, because it changes every single pass. Every pass, you don't know who's pouring what in front of you or what's going on up there. It's a random draw every single time, which is good. That's awesome to have to deal with, I guess. If you got enough weight in the back and the stuff working right in your car, or enough electronics, I guess. I don't know. I don't have anything for traction control whatsoever other than my dang foot and what I tell the car before I go out there. But I imagine you can make it, fly if you wanted to. But it just, I never got to run the left lane at this track. We've been to 3 of these races and we've always ran right lane. So the right lane, from what I could tell, would never take the power that left lane would. As soon as you leave in right lane, it seemed like about 60 foot out, it was, something's just different. Like, it would about light your tires up if you didn't pull everything and then gradually put it right back in. And I've seen a lot of cars doing that, and it was still doing it. I don't know what it is about it. It might be that big inch to inch and a half crack that's 15 foot off the line that's upsetting cars or something. I don't know, because it ain't in the left lane. But you look at Patches, he popped the wheelie in the right lane, rode it out. Turtle rode it out in left lane. They got it figured out. They know what to do on that surface and got stuff working right. But it's just one of those things, you don't know if you're gonna put too much in it. Like, I felt like we could have put something in there, try to pop wheelie, be cool and stuff, but I don't know if it would have worked out, because it's just the way this thing ramps in now. I'm not used to the motor. We're not used to it actually doing what it's supposed to do. So we out there testing the car basically. So it's just a little different, and had the tunes for it, but most people shot their stuff and got it right. Out of 117 cars that was in this race, you had, I don't know what, 20 or 30 that was pretty daggone consistently fast, and they had their crap together. They're ready for it. But you never know. It's a street race at that out there. It's worse than most streets. It really is.
Even on the street out there, somebody poured something. I was doing tire crack, and somebody poured something, and my foot just went right over it. Like, it was just like slipped right. And I was like, I don't know what these people are using. Really, did they grab motor oil or instead of the prep or something?
Yeah. Some of that stuff is like straight prep. It's like they ain't cutting it with nothing to get it to evaporate the right way. Lay down and actually cause a sticky surface. Like, I don't know. They think maybe if they use more glue, it's better or something. It's, in my opinion, that ain't the way you're supposed to do it. I mean, we cut stuff down with M1 and it works amazing, because it ain't gonna work but 15 minutes. But as soon as you lay it out, that stuff's sticky, make a hit on it, you done.
Yeah, we got different preps for different climates and stuff. So
exactly, yes. And that humidity out there, you got water in the air like crazy. It's all got to play a factor in it. And the ground was hot. It was hot as crap, but humid more than anything. You come from out where you are out here, that humidity is real rough.
Yeah, it's about the same here and there, but it wasn't really temperature wise. It wasn't really as hot as it is here, but still warm.
100 degrees.
Is what?
That was a little bit over 100. They said the feels like was like 115, 114 out here today.
About like it was here today.
Yeah, it sucks for everybody then.
Yeah,
I don't like it not anymore.
Yeah, we have 2 seasons here, hot and warm. That's it.
Yeah, where are y'all? Oklahoma or Texas?
Texas.
Yeah, you Texas. That's what it is. That's where I met you at.
Mm-hmm.
No trailer race out there. That was pretty wild. That was good memories. Other than my computer being bad, that sucks.
That was down in Houston, right?
Yeah, it was for the TX2K.
Yeah.
Was it 17 or something?
Yeah, well, you're not supposed to be able to street race there in Texas 2K.
No. Back then was a little easier, I think. Now I don't think you can do it.
Yeah, well, you got to do it in broad daylight when they're not expecting it.
9 o'clock in the morning. That we meet up at the road. Yeah, I think we met at what 8 or 9, something like that.
Yeah, and we went out there. We went out to the spot, and the kids were out there, and the cops. So I was like, "We'll just come back here in like 4 or 5 hours, and then we'll get it all done." Which I think we ended up doing it in 3.5 hours or something like that.
Yeah, it come out good, and it was fun. I really would love to race those roads again. I ain't never been on surfaces like that. It was great. It really was. But the car was so much more simple then, so it probably was easy because I had no power to worry about it. You could just go, and consistency was the thing. When the computer would shut off, every pass cut off twice, and that sucks. I crunked my car in the middle of a race, like going out there, cut off, reach up, hit the start button, it crunk back up, and cut off again. But we figured out the issue.
Yeah, there won't know what your setup is if you want to disclose of it.
Now it's just a stock cube 6.0, and it really is. Like, don't believe me, but it's a stock block 6.0 block. Is half filled, top field hoops, half-inch studs. It's got custom pistons from TKM, steel Manley rods. It's got a Callie's crank. This the TFS 220 heads, like the fastest gas heads. Simple. I mean, the stuff really wasn't. I bought most of it on a budget, other than when I took it up TKM, I had to save up for that one and get it right. But it's twin turbo. It's got twin TDI units from Jose Zayas. That's precision 50 millimeter blow off, or the wastegates, blow off Hauser from VS Racing. Highly high ram. Billet atomizer 550s. I think it's a level 5 Pro Mod Power Glide from Cameron Converters. I bought off of a buddy down here that races from one of his cars. Actually had a really good deal on that thing. Converters from Hughes, Pete Nichols. He done my converter. It's all a mechanical fuel system. Nothing's the electric don't know more because we got straight M1. Chris Singleton, he hooked me up with fuel pump. And we got all that. That stuff's pretty good. I got plenty of fuel now, enough to blow my motor to pieces if I got the turbo for it. Trying to think of anything else. That's probably the most.
What shocks?
The front is IDS shocks. They spec them and have Viking make them. I guess that would be considered like a long travel coilover, but they've never been very long traveling for us until I changed a few things on them. I don't want to disclose exactly what that was because God told me, said it was secret. Don't tell nobody. So I gotta keep that to myself. But in order to make that work, it took control arms and everything. The ball joints, with the extension we had, it was trying to snap my ball joints out of the control arms because it was dropping everything so far. There was not enough room for it to even bend the ball joints to keep it straight. I couldn't even turn the car. It would bind the ball joints so bad. So I changed the control arms, extended them out further, and it actually gave me another couple inches of travel on the front doing that. And then we thought that we were good trying to align it with it down before we came out there. And that's what I think got me the most when I got there. I hadn't made a pass on a good surface with any power that would let it extend how it was going to extend and the toe end go to where it's going to go. Because it towed in a lot. Like it was really bad. So the place we stayed up there at DeWitt's, he hooked us up with a garage, like his grandmother's house, and let us go out there and open the garage up and use Jack's tools, all this stuff. I jacked the car all the way up till the wheels started to come off the ground, tape measure and some wrenches, and we set my toe in out there in this garage on the side of a farm. It was pretty awesome. But when the car's sitting down, the toe's way off. But when that sucker raises up, it's within an eighth of an inch. So it come out pretty good on that. It was a little different because I usually got a guy here that sets all the suspension stuff on the machine. Then I got another guy that sets this and that. But I learned a lot real quick on that stuff. I try to just drive and do the little adjustments on the computer that I do and whatnot. But it worked out perfect. When we done that, the car was straight. I mean, it didn't have any issues steering all over the place. Before, if I went in high gear, it felt like it was going to drive me straight off the road, and I could not stay in the car because it would come up so far that the least little dip or anything, it would turn me all over the place, and that was creepy. I was like, screw this, I'll go home before I do this shit anymore. But it was bad. You couldn't control it. And that was what was creepy. But we fixed it once we done it toe in. Went out to the street. I loosened that jacker up. Didn't do a burnout, didn't do nothing. We just hit it and it freaking went. I was like, we're good. I didn't have to drive the car. It actually just went on that. All I had to do was worry about shifting one time. And that's a lot easier. It's easier than in the office on that one. That's for sure.
So do you think the wing made a difference to win the Wigger die for Gunner?
Oh, on his car? Oh,
yeah.
Absolutely. Who can stand on their wing? You gotta be able to hold some weight.
Yeah.
In order to hold some weight, you gotta be strong, thick, heavy metal. You know what I mean? Like there is a no exterior weight rule, which we've never used any exterior weight. I done the suspension to make up for what that would do in the back, but it helped him apparently. But that wing looked really, really strong, very supportive. So yeah, I think it helped him. I think it helped him a lot. But he done it right. I mean, he hit that gray area, and I can't be mad at him for it. I mean, dude done his homework. I believe that was one of the first events, like the first Digger Die he's been to, hasn't it?
Yeah, supposedly they just got that car back together or something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, cheers to him. I'm happy for him. He done his thing. He done it around the lines, and that's what I like to do if I can. But he nailed it. Yep, he done a good job.
How hard was it getting? I know up there at the starting line it was pretty hectic. That's why I didn't go up there because I knew it was going to be
Man, that's rough.
It was it seemed like it was hard to get through to the where you could race at.
Yes, like so many people, and they try crowd control. They do their best for what they have there. I mean, I don't know anyone that could make that work unless they got a full freaking SWAT team from every county, 50 miles from them. Like, they'd have to have a lot of people there to hold them back, or straight up barriers. There ain't no way to control that other than, I don't know, more fences or something. You got to cage them animals because that's what they are when they get up there. There's some betting animals. And
yeah.
I mean, that's what they're there for. That's what makes that race what it is so many people want to go there and make money on the side. A couple guys come up, tell me what they're going to buy, what they want off of what we did in the street, and like what recommendations for parts they should order because I helped them win the money. I was like, well, that's awesome. That's why they do it. It's for the fans more than anything,
Yeah.
So they make their money that way. We make our money trying to win the race. Our odds are against us a lot more than it is for them, and a lot more work. But
yeah. You got any? I know I don't want to hold you up or anything. I know you got any sponsors or anybody help you? You got any sponsors or anybody helps you out? You want to give a plug out to? Oh boy, maybe he'll come back. It's usually what happens when you get a call. You get knocked off. You get knocked off. You can just use that same link there, Chris, if you need to. If you can come back. I was going to ask him. Can you come on, Mike, or you still at work? Mike was busy. So. All right.
My phone rang.
Yeah. Usually when it rings and it kicks you off. But sponsors or anybody helps you out, you want to give them a shout out?
Yeah, TKM for hooking me up on my motor and some tuning time. On the Hub Dyno, we got let's see which one. Thomas Wishing with the shit. He's gonna hate that I forgot this. All right. Oh, Sticky Graphics, and then Tinsley Custom Coating. All the powder coating he did on my motor. They made everything look pretty and do its thing. And Kevin helped me make it go fast. Then I got Jonathan Owens who helps me with my suspension. My dad, he's always there, no matter what, to help me. He'll call out of work, and make sure that he's there to, that I got someone, someone to help me out with things. That's all the recent stuff. We've got past sponsors and stuff that's helped us, for the show and stuff like that, to get their business out there. But we have no more. We don't have nothing else on the car now but TKM and Tinsley Custom Coatings and Sticky Graphics. They're the only ones that I'm hanging on to, because I use them more than anyone else. I help them, they help me type deal. Other than TKM, I don't know how I could help Kevin. I would help him with HP tuners and tuning newer cars. That's what we talked about, but that's about it. But he keeps me sharp on the highway.
Any buddies that line you up or?
Yeah, you got Sam's guys. When they're there, I'm lined up perfect. I never have to worry about it. But Sam's and Boy, that's his people. Whenever we're racing, I don't get that pleasure of having them, right there to make sure I'm good. I trust them more than anything in the world. Them, Jonathan, my dad, and Chris. We'd had Chris there, my brother-in-law. That'd been great. But he had to work over the weekend, so we'd have him to help us out. That's the main ones that usually hook us up and keep us straight, because I can't see nothing sitting in that car. Can't go where the heck I'm at until I'm going. As soon as I feel the car pull, I know which way we're going. But I'm gonna sit until that point. I don't know what's gonna happen.
All right. What's next for you?
Honestly, I don't know. Right now, just got back to the shop and trying to get stuff finished up. We looking at this coming weekend. We're gonna be in Tennessee around side by side, so we ain't gonna be doing that this weekend. But next weekend, I might try to get into something. We want back at the track racing, but it's hard to find any now around here. They're trying to shut this stuff down. It seems like traffic that's probably shutting me off. But we want to do back at the track stuff, that or in the street. We get in the highway. That's the worse the surface, the better. Usually, if it's flat, you do a bad surface up hills, that's digger die. So it makes it all different, man. It changes it bad. But there was one that I think Clifton's doing in Red Springs. It might be this weekend, but there was somebody doing one next weekend. But either way, anybody wants to go to one, if it's next weekend at Red Springs, Clifton's doing an open race, so they're from the track. But we already have plans for that weekend, so I think we're going to try to hit one next weekend after that, because I still ain't even pulled the car out of the trailer. It's been trailer since I got home. And I got new plug wires and all, but I ain't put them on it yet. I haven't worked on the car. Hell, even while we were out there, all I did was look at the computer the whole time. We filled it up with fuel and raced it. I mean, we really didn't have to check it. It was so simple on the tune-up that wasn't no sense in beating it. You know what I mean?
It's a cash days at Shady Side Dragway next weekend.
That's next weekend?
Yeah, that's what he.
Okay, yes, that's Corey's race.
Yeah.
That was the one that I was talking about for the following that's coming up, because Corey told me about this past weekend. I think we're going to try and go to that one and see what we can do out there. We went to one before. They scraped it almost like to 330, I think. It was a little tricky at that point. It's just when you hit that 330 mark, that car better be ready for what's going to happen, because it's going to grab and change everything. And that's what got us last time. I misjudged the time to when to put the boost in it, and I hit it right before the 330, and it kind of shook tires a little bit. So when I hit it, it tried to come around on me some, but I let off, got back in it. We still mine hour good. We lost to a buddy of mine, but we went to the finals with him. So it was still a good time. It was fun out there. That track is awesome. The people are great. Owners are awesome. I love that track. It's close to us. It's within 2 hours. You won't get phone service out there, but they got the greatest bologna sandwiches you'll ever eat. That's for sure. They're thick bologna sandwiches. They're awesome. We get one every time we go. We make sure. One time I missed it. kick myself in the dick for that, but yeah, it's good stuff. That's probably the highlight of going out there. That and when you go to a prep surface, they are the ones to go to. They can prep like no other. But yeah, that's a good place to go. So I think we'll probably try to end up there.
There you go. All right. Well, congrats on your win on the streets
And Sam.
Yep, and Sam.
Yeah.
He didn't want. I messaged him. He didn't respond to me. So
yeah,
he's probably busy.
Yeah, he is. He stays really busy.
Yeah.
He's good people though.
Yeah. All right.
But
well, call you out back. Tell her you're on your way home. You had to do an interview.
I doubt she's on the internet watching this. I didn't even call her and let her know because when I saw what time it was, I ran there, washed my hands real fast, try to get ready, and I didn't let her know that I was going to be here a little bit longer because I told her I'd be done here soon.
Yeah.
I'll give her a holler.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right, buddy. You have a good night.
All right, you too. Later. Your winner, half winner. The other winner was Sam. Get it back. But he won the coin flip, and he got that. That's the road they raced on. Let's see how narrow it is. That's the ain't much room for error. Even this fat boy was standing in the middle of that doing tire crack. I got a video I'm gonna be working on, and I sent Mike a message. I don't know if he's seen it yet, but he said he could come on. But your winner of they had 117 cars, and they didn't end up paying 200. I mean 100,000, but they it was 117 times 500 plus. I think they had some money on top. I think the top 8 end up getting paid. Top 8, I think, or top 4, something like that. I can't remember. Ohio Grudge Racing, give them guys a shout out too. He offered me pretty much water, and he was always offering everything. Shout out to Spool Media as well. He let me use a charger. As we all know, the top 8. They had I was running low on batteries, and I didn't expect, but we went live this weekend, I think, for a total of like 20 something hours. Here's Mike. Oh, here's Mike. What's going on, Money Man?
Hey man, what's up?
Oh, nothing. Oh,
How you get on here? It took me a minute.
Yeah, how you gonna be live? How you gonna go? How you gonna be going to work when you got all that money in your pocket?
I snuck off and got in a different office.
Sucks. So what was the difference between the lanes? Did you go both lanes?
To be honest with you, I was in the left lane all day long. I couldn't tell you the difference.
Oh yeah, because I know some guy was saying the left lane was better than the right lane, and the right lane was better than the left lane. So I know I was going to try to see which lane was better.
Yeah, everybody kept telling us the left lane was better, and the girl I had pulling for us, my buddy's daughter, pulled me left lane all day long.
Yeah,
that was nice.
Well, I know you're at work, but how hard was the competition?
It was actually really hard. All day long we fought the car. It kept having like a little stumble in it. If you watch some of the videos, it gets like 100 feet out and picks the front end up. Until then, everybody was in front of us. Everybody. It wasn't good at all. But shoved in the high gear, it cleared up, and was able to sneak off on a couple people. It was
on the finals. I think they were talking about. Did you cut a good light, or were they saying that you jumped?
They protested that I didn't beat Bobby on the other end. I want to say I think he left first. And then they protested that I didn't get to the finish line first. So I took that $200.
So you, I know you when you went by me, you were pretty much half a car in front of him. And
yeah.
And I don't think he regained after that.
Nah, we were side by side until I about clicked high gear, and he slowly started getting out of my window, my side window, and then after that, I knew he wasn't going to come back around it.
Yeah, because I was sitting about the 300-foot mark or so, maybe 340 or 330 or something like that.
Okay, yeah. I go into high gear probably about 200 feet out.
Yeah. So I mean, it looked like a good race, and I ran out of battery, but I have my top end camera, so I just didn't have it. But I could tell that you looked like you won from where I was sitting.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I was really surprised when I got back down there, and they said they wanted to protest if I got there first or not. But I mean, it was cool. Boss gas on the way home.
Yeah. Do you got anybody? I know you're at work. You got anybody you need to give a shout out to? Sponsors, people help you out.
My buddy Gino, he's like my main man. He built me a weight bar before. Looked like a crane hanging off the back of the thing. Which I really wish we could have brought that because I got a ton of weight out of the car with that thing. And then 3 weeks before the race, they changed rules and said no weight bars. Your parachute had to look a certain way, and blah 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 blah. So Gino was like, "We're gonna make a wing." So he stayed after like every night for 2 weeks, hand making this thing out of scrap metal that he had around the shop. He calls his place OC Performance. Him and my other buddy, Big Gangsta is what we call him. Patrick Watts. Him and his family also support me a lot with Rick's Tire and Auto. Gary Easter, he's got like probably 10 different businesses. He's got sweepstakes and businesses and gas stations down there in Carolina, Virginia. Eco Protective Group, his security place that he does for like racetracks up here. They're probably my two biggest supporters. My buddy Rich in Maryland works on Porsches. Whole bunch of people, my family. Yeah,
definitely. Was there much difference between Friday night and Saturday night and I guess the left lane?
Huge difference. I had to run Manny the first round, and got out there. Car stumbled, took off. I got probably 300 feet out, and it started skating on me real bad. But come Saturday, it completely changed. I mean, it was nice. I put it on cruise control and just let it eat. I think I turned it up once, and that was it. But
pretty much ran the same tune the whole night.
Pretty much. I turned it up. I think in like the third round, to try to get rid of the stumble, we turned it up some and changed how I ramped the timing in and out, and didn't help, but. It eventually paid off towards the semifinals and the finals, because we finally found the bug. All we had to do was put a piece of rubber hose from the carburetor vents on the carburetor, and it got rid of the stumble, and it woke up big time.
Yeah. Do you want to give it? I don't know if you got a grudge card now. Do you want to give setup what it is or anything?
Yeah, it's not a grudge card. My grudge car is actually Camaro. This we purpose built for no prep, back of the track street race stuff and stuff like that. It's a 400 some inch cubic small block Ford, which I'm a Chevrolet guy, but my buddy Rich sold me the car, and we put it together, and that was just part of the program he had, which I'm starting to like now. We got a whole bunch of gas on the thing. It's built to be like a no clock small block drag radio car, and then we converted everything over to no prep stuff, and yeah.
Oh, well, where are you gonna be at next week? What's your next event?
I'm not sure. I've been looking. I've been on the internet tonight at work trying to find the next back of the track stuff. I haven't done anything up front yet. I need to get some test time doing that. Everything we've done has always been a bunch of street shootouts around here to test. And we went to Colonial Beach a couple times. Larry T is freaking awesome and gives us the track anytime we want it to do back of the track testing. And I think I need to hit him up and do a little bit of front of the track stuff, so we can do like I can't make Corey's race next weekend because we're going on the boat. But there's a couple other races around North Carolina that I want to hit before we go and do the final end of the ones in like November for Darlington and stuff like that.
All right. Well, appreciate congrats on your win, and I'll let you get back to work so you don't get in trouble.
Okay, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
Later. Your winner. I know somebody said that they want to see if I'll send Nick a message and see if he wants to come on. He was your winner of the second chance race. And where's it at? Oh, I got it saved somewhere. There it is. Oh, let's see if he comes on. But yeah, we went live for the whole weekend and all the weekends, and I think we were live for 20 something hours, including the street stuff before. I'd like to give a shout out to Jimmy. Where's he at? Jimmy for going live for me because I had to do the tire crack as well. And we didn't have the 2 camera angle out there just because you couldn't see nothing anyway. So, but I know Nick, he was they ended up winning the second chance. They had a first round losers bracket, and he ended up winning that. That truck kept getting faster and faster, and it wasn't getting faster down low. It was back dooring it. He was moving on the back door. And but yeah, we'll give a shout out to some people. Oh, never mind. We can give Nick here. What's going on there, Money
How's
Man?
it going, guys?
Oh,
Fine,
so
it was needed.
you got beat first round. Of course, you had the toughest draw. You had Kendall. You drew Kendall first round, and
I think we made not to say it this way, but I think we made a couple of fastest first round. And you gotta give it to Kendall. I worked pretty hard at this stuff, and Kendall and Justin, they might be some of the only guys that outwork me in this stuff, and they're pretty damn good at it. Like, they do it a lot. I was talking to them. They were telling me how many converters they switched and how many times they tested coming up to this race, and I was within probably about a car and a half, and that was my first full pass on the car on a back end of the track deal ever. We made 2 330 hits before we left New York, and then I stopped down at Eric Yo's place, Customs by Biggin. Some of you guys know who he is. He's a pretty smart dude. We stopped there in Mooresville. I made a couple test hits in front of his house. 6 more of them before we shut over to Rockingham. But yeah, well.
did I know you went out and you went down both lanes, didn't you?
Yeah.
Could you tell a difference between the lanes, or the first one was just it was too greasy? I mean, was it greasy up on the starting line?
We made so my first 3 hits, right? I made one Friday night, and that was in the left lane versus Kendall, and then I made a test pass in the right lane for the test pass they gave us. I'm not a complete fan. Whatever, they gave it to us, so I just wanted to make sure we could duplicate it, and did the same thing. And then the left lane in first round, and we made all 3 of those hits within they're within way less than a half of a tenth to the 330 on all 3 of those hits. So yeah, it was doing its job.
Did was you having to kind of baby it out of the hole because it was the start line wasn't really good?
The 509 cubic inch twin turbo big block Chevy on methanol, and got a couple of turbos on it, and yeah, it's I gotta leave pretty soft in that thing to not pick it off, right? And if I do any type of power management that's too aggressive, I do all and stuff like that, all my own chassis stuff, and I built this car. I do all that shit myself. Couldn't afford someone to, but if I get too aggressive with the tuning on this thing, it just pisses it off and makes power, right? So I gotta leave pretty soft with it.
Yeah. What I know you just kept getting, looked like as the night went on, you just kept getting faster and faster up top.
Oh yeah, it was wrong. it was pretty damn good.
I know
That
one
was,
of my deals. I couldn't get my camera switch from my camera to the big end fast enough, and as I switched it, you were going right by it, and I was like, "Dang."
I think we had everyone covered from the 330 to the back half of that. I think we had them all covered by about 2/10 or so.
Yeah. Oh. So how long I know you've been working on that truck for a while, and you brought it out to when they did the War in the Woods. You got a lot more seat time, because I think you just got it finished then, didn't you? Or pretty close to then?
Brought it out for the March deal. And I made like, I don't know, it went about 50 feet. But that's the same, it was the same crank trigger setup off of the 30 in the accident where we lost the 30 and stuff like that. And I run a 60-2 Holley trigger wheel on it, like a same style as like the LS setup, but it's on the balancer out front. And one tooth out of 58 teeth were bent like 5 degrees. So I could bring this thing up on the two-step and it would be fine. And when you put it under load or above like 5,500, they would lose the crank signal. I chased that for 3 weeks, and I finally figured it out just before War in the Woods. And the War in the Woods was my first pass there, and my first real pass where it meant more than like 60 feet. And then I left pretty soft first round, and we lost by a half a car because I wasn't sure if I was going to go right, left, straight. I had pretty good faith in the car, make sure it wasn't going to do nothing stupid. But War in the Woods, it's a pretty tight track, pretty narrow, and spectators aren't too far off the like the 60-foot mark. So I didn't want to get too aggressive with it, because with the 30, like the 30 ran pretty good, and it was a lot of the same parts or similar combo into this car. So I left pretty soft and decent. He got us by a half a car. That was like the first real pass on the car, and it went like something like a 5. I want to say it went a 585 or something like that. That first hit of the no prep deal. Then I started chipping away at it. We jumped in the second chance race, and we started chipping away in it, and we ended up with Corey James Ford with his LS Turbo Mustang. I'm surprised he didn't come down to Digger Die, because that car rolls. And we made some rounds at that, and I did the same thing that I did against Kendall, and muscle memory deal with the 30. I had my scramble button on the left side or on the right side of the steering wheel, and on the 33 it's on the left side of my steering wheel. So Corey was coming up next. I went to the scramble button, and I pulled the chute, and first round here, I had the pin still in the parachute, and I went to hit my scramble button, and it I have an automatic deployment system on the chutes, and I hit the chutes, and the freaking handle going flying past my head, and it's like, you fucking idiot. And I hit the scramble button, ended up being my parachute. Just much memory that I got a little bit better, get a little time in this car, and it is what it is. But I used the scramble button twice just in testing on Saturday, just make sure it would take it. And yeah, it rolled out the back.
Yeah. People were asking about your wing. What made you come up with that? Is it actually help you? Is it functional? I mean, I know it's probably helped you with weight too.
It's not the weight. The wing weighs like 23 pounds. It's not overly heavy. I was in the process of building one, and this guy named Eric Karn, we met him at a JJ's Arm Drop deal with the 30 a couple years ago, and he's part of the he's follow alongs on the Facebook page and stuff like that, and he used to build RC airplanes and stuff like that. He's like, hey, I started on this wing here because I posted on the Facebook page that I was looking for one. I was looking for one for quite a while, and I couldn't find one. And I was like, screw it, I'm just going to start building it myself. And then 4 hours after I started making templates and stuff like that, he messaged me. He's like, hey, I think I can get this thing done before Dig or Die. I was like, okay, deal. And he actually met us at Eric Yost's shop. What was that? Thursday night? Yeah, Thursday night. And he was on vacation with his wife on the coast, and they drove like whatever it was, 3 hours or whatever, 4 hours out to Mooresville to deliver it. And we got that up on the car, and we tested it at Yost place with on it, and it works. It works pretty damn well. But a lot of people thought it was like made out of steel and stuff like that. But no, it's just like a little bit with a Becker on there, and it's the same thing. Like I had a whole lot less weight bias in that. A lot of people out there, right? But if, in my opinion, if you're willing to get dirty and make the chassis work, you don't need to have the weight bias. You know, I don't know. there's weight biases. Don't get me wrong, right? But the technology out there, and we're not using 50-50 shocks no more, right? And you play with spring rates, and you play with the geometry and the rear suspension and all that crap. And I built a pretty slick with this spring rates, and you start with different things. You can make the thing work pretty damn well without a whole lot of extra ballast in the car. Ever evolving chest beam, and like it's extremely that gives you some thrills too, So
Yeah.
that's good shit.
Do you want to who gives a shout out to whoever helps you out sponsor wise or gives you deals or anything? Oh, did we lose him?
There's quite a few companies that helped me out, especially originally, and they end up giving me some stuff like that after the accident. We're dealer for Hughes Performance. They helped me out, and we're dealer for Vickers, Vickers, and welded up those turbos after the fire and stuff like that because they got all be the background rotating assembly on the turbo. We've been yeah, there's quite a few companies that we get that field pricing on a lot of stuff, so it helps us a lot. I sold my house, whatever it was, sold my house a couple months ago, and we're traveling quite a bit now, and I think we're gonna take this weekend off, but then we'll be up at 1320 Videos Ice Cream Cruise. That's gonna be a big deal. We're trying to promise, and we've ran some pretty good mile an hour, so we're gonna see if we could give Joey Heichel a run. I got a lot of respect for that guy. That guy's smart as hell. Peter Baum's a freaking bad man pajama, but I'd like to try to give him a run on the front side of the track and this car, and that ice cream cruise is going to be a pretty cool deal out at I-29, and then we're doing roll night to that up 29:55 on it, up on the 29 and up in Detroit. So
I got you. They're saying they're getting every other word. I think your signal, either my signal or your signal is pretty bad. So you're going to that ice cream deal, and then what's after that? Because I know y'all been traveling quite a bit. Oh boy.
damn thing.
Oh boy. I think you froze up. Yeah, I think he froze up. Well, while we're here, where'd it go? Sinhu Finney won at the airport. They had a little airport race here locally, and they ended up winning. Congrats to him and his team. I'm not sure how many cars Taylor had. I think he said they had 8 or something like that, but nice little shootout. Good deal. While we're at it, do the stars here. I can't go over every one of them because people, I highly appreciate everything y'all did for me this weekend. I I've got a ton of people to thank. Steve Ford, Tyler Bell, especially Tyler Bell. He's been killing with the stars, and it's much appreciated. Josh Jones, Renee Brown, Dustin Pennington, Dennis Wagner, Justin Tackett, John Shamlin, Jay Higgins, Ryan Mitchell, or excuse me, Megan Mitchell, same thing. Chad Collins, David Graham, Kelly Brockner, Brooke Higgins, Jim Allgood, Dan Leah. That's Dan Lee. But anyway, donations, they come through the website. You can go to theolympia.com, and I have a donate button on there. And Travis Wasco, Elijah Blue Coleman, Chadwick Stitz, hopefully I said it right, Leo Williams, John Sutter, Jeff Coggins, John Zeke, David Bowen, Brandon Smith, David Smith, Thomas Garcia, Daniel Doyle, David Womack, Matt Phillips, Tino Patello, Robert Gillespie, Martin Lee, and the stickers, the YouTube stickers here. Can't go over all of them, but Tucci Racing. I had Tucci Racing watching my stuff. I'm big time if I got them guys watching me. Bloody Bane. Like I said, I can't go over all of them. There's so many of them. USN retired 84 to 05. Appreciate the service there, sir. NS Boost, Boyd Becker, DB, Ford Freak 300, Mad Cow Mark. I can't even read my own writing. AMP, Fast 22FF, Cadillac Blunt, Roger Brown. That's just, there's so many people to thank. And like I said, I've got all these pages of just people, and it's much appreciated. It's just very much appreciated, and it helps out a lot. I know, like I said, we went live for, I know it had to be over the weekend from Thursday, Friday, Saturday into Sunday. It was probably 20 hours or more. I'm still trying to get recouped over the weekend. I was pretty much, when the battery went dead on the big end, I had to walk all the way down the big end, change the battery out. I'd like to give a shout out to Stephanie P913. She helped out with the filming. Street Vandal, he helped out when I was walking back and forth to change battery out. Some guy brought me, I don't know his name, I forgot, but he brought a whole cooler full of Diet Dr. Peppers. And he was out there at the street, and he got some water and stuff too. Man, we're still learning this double camera angle stuff, and I'm getting to where I might be able to bring maybe another camera on. I've been doing some research on it, and maybe we'll do maybe I can go live from the start line and do little interviews at the start line, and maybe have a camera at Drift Motive. Appreciate your stickers as well. Maybe one at the 100-foot mark or whatever, and then switch to the end. But it's all. I don't want to just jump from big to big to big. We're still learning this stuff, and hope you all enjoyed it. Let's see. I like Rockingham. It was pretty nice. I stayed in Mess Central down there, and I didn't get much sleep. I ain't gonna lie. But I knew the room was just basically to take a nap and get a shower. That was the only thing I I think. But yeah, we're getting this double angle figured out, and I've ordered bigger batteries and more jump boxes. I'm not sure if drones are allowed. Some places they are, some people are not. I've been wanting to try to. I think you gotta get an FFA license, but I'd like to go live on a drone. That'd be pretty cool. Just me. But yeah. I don't know where we'll be this weekend. There's a couple places that I might want to go be, but it also depends on what I've got going on. Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. I had to move a couple of times. But let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Camera down a crane boom. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's always cool. And no banjo music this time. That's for sure. Oh, you have a drone. There you go. Dragon also, he's donated too. Appreciate him. He's always donating. Appreciate it, guys. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, I was wore out by the end of the we went live. I know I did learn that Facebook you can only go live 8 hours, and that's it on 8 hours on YouTube. I mean Facebook. We went live for a little over 11 hours on Saturday, Sunday, and I think we were live for 5 or 6 hours on Friday night, and we were live for probably 4 or 5 hours in the streets. So hope y'all enjoyed it. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, Robert. I usually have 3. I had 3 with me, and they went dead. But I usually carried 3 of the big ones, and I left 2 of them in my wife's car before I left, and that was 18 hours away. It did take me a while to get back, get home, because I had to pull over 2 or 3 times, because after it was finished, I just loaded up and left. And I think it was 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was ready to get on the road. And by the time I made it to 20, I needed to pull over. No sooner than I close my eyes and start falling asleep, I had a trooper knock on my window and ask me if I was all right. And then he had asked to see if I was driving legally, which I was. So, and he said there was a town that was about 4 or 5 miles down the road. And I said, sir, I don't think I can make it 4 or 5 miles down the road. That's why I pulled over. So, but yeah, appreciate everything, all the donations, all the stars, all the appreciate the shirt, Robert. I've got Pennywise Racing. Y'all can catch it. He does live feeds as well, and he sells Tripper Glitter. The appreciate that. AMP again, they donated this weekend as well, but appreciate everybody this weekend. Hope y'all enjoyed the double camera. I did learn bring a tripod with me instead of a monopod, so if I do have to change, I can just leave the camera sitting up, or I ain't got to lean it on the wall, or just change it to the big end where y'all can watch Bigfoot out in the out into the trees out there. And some of the comments on I couldn't keep up with, we had 2,000 or 3,000 people commenting on the live feed. I couldn't keep up, but it was number 2 was is Turbo John ran yet? And we all know what the number 1 answer was. They're asking about Billy and them Street Racing Channel. Them guys earned it. They got a good following, and I'm proud of them. They worked their tails off for it, so they do everything. So some people love them, some people hate them. It is what it is. It's just like anything in this world. People hate you for doing what you want to do, and they're just mad because they're not doing it. Yeah, he ran, Chris. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Everybody did. Seemed like they enjoyed it. A couple of people wanted me to change the camera angle on the big end, but I just didn't see it. They just didn't. I just figured it was in the good angle. I do got a wide angle lens coming for the finish line, so it will be a little broader, so we'll be able to see a little bit more. And but we'll be August 20th. We'll be back there in North Carolina, Wilkesboro. We'll be doing. I believe it's the top end of the track. I think it's that's a Friday Saturday deal, and they're doing the tree start stuff, and then we got Civil War III as well. H-Town, September 11th and October 23rd is where we'll be at. September 11th right there. Clash on the Concrete 3. That's actually on the street, people. It's actually on a street. It ain't at a track. It's actually on the street. You want to get with Mike Angeli if you want to get locked in on that. It is in Hartshorn, Oklahoma. And we'll be doing that. It's actually a pretty good time there. You got to come up as well. That's in October, end of October there. And we got some other events as well that we might be locking into as well. It's War in the Woods 5. I've been told it was now it's a Friday night and Saturday night deal. You got they're going to be doing Big Tire, and I believe maybe a daily driver or a true street class or something like that. Get with Jeff on that. He can get y'all figured out what y'all are going to do on that as well. But hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, I appreciate all the stars and the stickers and the donations that really helped out. Maybe I can start buying some more equipment now and make this live stream a little bit better. But need to be here. Need to go in Georgia on the 20th for this 20,000 no prep at Douglas. The 20th of next month, I'll be in Wilkesboro, I believe. Yeah. Gets caught up on some of these. You're coming back in December. They do one in December. I might. It just depends on what I got open. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it, John. Am I retired? No, I'm not retired. No, I'm not retired. I'm just truck driver. Get to make my own schedule. I do my own schedule. So no beater because no extended weights. And I think KC Max had was something else was going on. I don't remember. Wilkesboro's only an hour. Good. Well, guess we'll be seeing you. See you up there, Robert. Standard set of 4th gen rods worth over there. I think I meant to message you back. I think this guy that's in New Zealand. Anybody want to message this guy right here? He's looking for some 4th gen rods to be shipped over in New Zealand, I believe. Will not be as humid down there. Yep, that's a fact. Bill, I'm appreciate it. Big Chief sent me here. Dang, what's Justin doing? Is Justin doing something? I noticed all the guys, all the outlaw guys, they're starting to get their YouTube channel going and stuff. So I've had YouTube since like 2003, and I'm still here. But I guess YouTube's starting to pay now. Yeah, I believe so. I know there was there come from quite a bit of area. I know New York, Maryland, West Virginia, all that good stuff. So yeah, appreciate it, Albert. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Shane. Yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll be said I don't know where we'll be live, but I'll post up if we're gonna go somewhere this weekend. I'll let everybody know as well. That's about it. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and y'all have a good night and stay street.